In this video, we are going to look at the supposedly leaked benefits of the new premium Chase Hyatt credit card. We will also look at some negative changes Chase has made to cashback redemptions, as well as Bank of America nerfing one of its most popular credit card rewards programs. And then lastly, we have a way that you can get a 200,000 point bonus on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. My name is Ben Hedges, aka the Credit Shifu, and on this channel I talk about US credit cards, personal finance, and luxury travel. If you like the sound of that, do subscribe, but let's get into it. So let's look at this new rumored Hyatt Hotels credit card first. And I guess we can say this is a rumor video. I love a good rumor video. Now, before we get into this, guys, I just want to say that this leak has now been confirmed that it is actually fake. Unfortunately, Doctor of Credit were very wise to say, unsubstantiated, right? That just shows that we don't take this stuff lightly. It is much more believable if the person has had, previous rumors come true, etc. But all of the credit card blogs have reported on it, and I spent the whole morning writing this script. So I'm going to give it to you anyway, but I'll do a shortened version, and then at the end, I'll show you this person's response that they came out with afterwards, and how they actually came up with this set of benefits and the new card. We have this post on Reddit by someone who you would assume probably works for Hyatt. The person details a load of changes to Hyatt's loyalty program, saying that a new Category 9 and Category 10 are being introduced. Currently, Category 8 is the highest category of hotel. And there are some other changes, and then he also goes into talking about the new Hyatt Premium credit card. So now, before we continue, I want to first say that Doctor of Credit calls this rumor unsubstantiated and describes the Reddit user as anonymous, which I guess means that, because everyone's anonymous online, really, technically, especially on Reddit, right? They don't use real names, it's usernames. But I guess what they mean by that is that this person has not previously posted things that have turned out to be true. Because there are known online posters where they technically are anonymous, but we know their username, and they may have posted rumors in the past that have turned out to be true before. So we can take what they say more seriously in that situation, but this person hasn't done that. If you look at their Reddit account, it's very new, and it seems they've only ever made 2 posts on Reddit. So just know that going into this, but DOC also points out that Hyatt normally makes changes to their award rates and award chart in March, and we're just about coming up to March, so that does add some believability. But let's actually now have a look at what this person is suggesting the benefits will be on the new Premium Hyatt card. Premium card launch. A new premium co-branded product will launch with Park Hyatt branding. Annual fee, $795. Initial sign-up bonus, 100,000 points. Automatic Explorer status. Annual Category 1 to 5 certificate. That's a free night certificate. 20 qualifying nights deposited at the start of the year. 10 qualifying nights for every $15,000 in spend. $200 Hyatt statement credit twice per year. 10x earn at Hyatt, 3x on dining, 3x on direct airline bookings. Presumably 1x on everything else. Chase Sapphire Lounge access and priority pass. Cardholders will earn Globalist with an additional 20 qualifying nights. All right, so that's what this person claims has been leaked out, but he has actually admitted now that it was all fake. Let's have a look at it. He just made a post saying, well, this escalated quickly. Time to clear something up. The entire Hyatt overhaul leak post was not real, none of it. It was part of an experiment for a college class. It was trying to see how easily unverified information spreads online when it is plausible. Uses insider language, includes specific operational details, and confirms existing anxieties or expectations. And that actually is pretty interesting that he said, and it's plausible, right? Because didn't Dr. Credit point out that, Hyatt often updates its award chart in March, and we're almost at March, so this seems plausible, right? So smart guy doing this. Let's keep reading. I fed some plausible award changes into ChatGPT, hit post, and was curious to see what happened. Didn't expect literally every award travel blog to make this their Friday morning headline. Sorry for giving everyone anxiety. Hopefully Hyatt doesn't do anything worse than what I cooked up. But a lot of credit to Doctor of Credit, because they pointed out, straight away that it was, unsubstantiated, right? Because, the person, they weren't known to have, posted correct information before. So I think it's always important to say that, when you've got someone, just a random post who hasn't previously been right about stuff, people need to point that out. And when it is someone who's been right about, certain rumors before, I think their information could be taken a lot more seriously. So obviously this guy, we now know he doesn't work for Hyatt. It was just a school project. Yeah, well done, dude. And you gave everyone some content to talk about. And I hope, maybe from this, Hyatt can actually get some ideas for the next credit card. All right, Let's move on to our next story, and we're sticking with Chase. We have some negative changes to cashback redemptions. So Chase recently sent out this email. Beginning 3/27/26, that's March 27th, 2026, you will no longer be able to redeem for a cashback deposit from your Chase Freedom, Chase Sapphire, or Chase Inc. credit cards to an account held by a financial institution other than Chase. You can continue to redeem for a cashback deposit to an eligible US Chase account or redeem your rewards as an account statement credit. So really, they are forcing you to get a Chase account if you want actual cash, or you will be forced to redeem for a statement credit on the card, which could serve the same purpose, all right? Since it's still the same value, you're not getting a lower value like Amex does 0.6 cents per point for statement credit. No, this is 1 cent per point. It's the same value. So it could achieve the same goal if you wanted to use that card to buy the thing that you wanted to use the cashback for, but you might not want to do that depending on bonus categories or what insurances are provided by the card or whatever. For me though, I bank with Chase, so this really makes no difference, all right? I have multiple Chase accounts that I can deposit that cashback into. If you don't bank with Chase, you will probably want to think about whether this affects you or not. If it does negatively affect you, you can just open a Chase account. And currently there is a $400 bonus for their total checking account. You have to deposit $1,000 in your first 90 days to get that bonus. You can search for this deal on Google and it comes up. Obviously though, you have to think about whether this account is going to be useful to you afterwards, or whether you want to actually switch your monthly salary deposits to Chase or whatever. Your mileage may vary on that. All right, let's talk about Bank of America ruining their preferred rewards program. So if you don't know, Bank of America has a very popular program for people who have a bit of money invested or saved for retirement with Bank of America. They give you extra credit card rewards based on how much money you have. Currently, if you have $20,000 or more with Bank of America, you get a 25% bonus on your credit card rewards. If you have $50,000 or more, it's a 50% bonus. And if you have over $100,000 with them, you get a 75% bonus. So this way, if you get that 75% bonus, you can turn a 1.5% cashback card into a card that earns 2.65% on everything. And this has been a pretty popular program amongst Team Cashback, especially amongst people who invest. But that is changing. Bank of America has announced new membership tiers. So they now have the member tier, which anyone can qualify for. It's if you have under $30,000 with Bank of America. Then the preferred plus tier, that's $30,000 to $100,000. Preferred honors, which is $100,000 to $1 million. And the premier tier, which is above $1 million. Now, members will get a 10% credit card bonus, Preferred Plus 25%, Preferred Honors 50%, and you now have to be Premier Honors, okay, having over $1 million with Bank of America to get that 75% bonus. That is a 10x increase on the size of your deposit. I think some people are going to be pretty annoyed by this, although there is one good thing, I guess, is that anyone can now turn a 1.5% cashback card into a 1.65% cashback card just by being a Preferred Rewards member. But on a whole, this is negative, and this kind of follows in the footsteps of the Smartly card from US Bank, where they released a card that earned up to 4% back depending on the size of your deposit with US Bank. They had to quickly nerf that one too. The Bank of America changes are coming in on May 27th, so make the most of your higher reward rates on Bank of America cards before then, and if you do want to make some additional deposits to bump yourself up a tier, you've got until May 27th to do that. Otherwise, you'll experience a lapse in your rewards rates. All right, let's now look at our final story of the day, how you can get a 200,000 point bonus on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So the current welcome bonus on the revamped Chase Sapphire Reserve is 125,000 points. But Chase recently sent out this email to some customers. It shows a 200,000 point bonus for spending $10,000 in 3 months. Wow, $10,000. That's almost as much as the Amex Platinum spend requirement. Now, who received this email, you may ask? Well, it was sent out to some Chase private client customers. So this is a targeted bonus, and you do have to have $150,000 in accounts with Chase. But this is actually lower than it used to be, and it includes investment accounts, so money in stocks, etc. So I'm guessing that there will be quite a few people in the audience who do qualify or have Chase Private Client already. So do check your email and see if you got the offer. Otherwise, that is the video for today, guys. If you do want to increase your credit card rewards, check out the Built Dining program in the links down below. It gives you 3 extra Built points per dollar spent on top of what you earn on whatever credit card you use at all the restaurants in their program. It combines really well with the Freedom Flex this quarter, which currently earns 7 points per dollar on dining due to the way that they work out the 5% bonus. So combined, that would be 10 points per dollar, and Built has some really great transfer partners like Hyatt Hotels, actually, which we talked about in this video, that you can transfer points out to. Check it out in the links down below. Don't forget to link your card after you sign up. Doesn't have to be a Chase Freedom Flex, of course. You know, Amex Gold, 4 points per dollar on dining. Citi Custom Cash, 5 points per dollar. Those are also really great options, but just do be sure to link your card, otherwise you won't earn the points. And I thank you very much if you do sign up through our link, since it helps support our channel. Please subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.